Euro USD, holy cow. So my goal, or I guess I should say, target was 1.1 for this takeoff, for this breakout from the bull flag. Overnight, we literally got exactly to this level. I had not even shown any of you guys that was done from before the previous administration in around October. And we went up, I would say, just from the bull flag alone, from 924 up to 1145. So that's what, 145, almost 200 plus points alone. Tagged this exact and sold down. We hit this major level and went right through it. And yeah, what else can I say? This pink line right here is a macro bull flag I've been tracking since maybe like sometime in 2024. I didn't extend it for the chart here, but I finally did. And as you can see, it was clearly a big battleground for all of March, essentially, going above, below, almost tagging it here, fighting it through, selling off a little bit off of it, until essentially we pretty much took off from that yesterday morning, and we haven't looked back. So from 776-ish up to 1145, so almost like 400 plus points alone from this bull flag support at that point. So that was a major move. Let's get right into the setups for today, because I know that's what you're here for. So I'm already long right now. I'll explain what happened and how I got there. So as you can see, levels have been respecting pretty well. We tagged this level, sold, tagged this level and sold down more. This was a resistance, clear resistance before the breakout below this major level. After a breakout like that, what can you expect? You can expect the back test. This back tested to the T at 630. Went from let's say 1065. We'll just call that 65 for now. Up to 79, so 14 points before selling down more, tagging this level for a back test exactly at 7 a.m. and then starting to push back up. One could have played this back test direct, just wait for the price to hit it and then start moving up, go long 2-3 points right after, so around 44, because of the fact that we sold all the way from 1145 down to 1039, so over 100 points sell. So you can expect a decent bounce at some point. The other way to play this was to reclaim this major level above for a little bit more security, although your stop loss would have been from 64 down to 39, so 25 point stop loss. This was a reclaim of this level. As you can see, we tagged it and dipped a little bit. I'm gonna go to 5 minutes just to show you for educational purposes, but we tagged it here and sold a nice 15 points and came right back to it, tagged it again, and started pushing up. So when we started pushing up, that's when I knew level accepted and we're probably heading up higher. So I went long around 1066, or we'll just call that 66 for now. And of course, as you can see, that worked out directly for a good gain. It back tested almost again, and it's starting to go off again now. All I see in front of us here is just a necessity to consolidate now. Setups are a little bit scarce compared to usual. What I would like to see potentially now is the first setup I would look for is maybe a failed breakdown of this, so maybe a dip in recovery of this level right here. So that would entail something like price does what it wants, and let's say it gets up to here. It might go here, bounce a little bit, and then come down. Ideally, I want to see price go below this low right here. And what will be great is if we got a setup like this, where we test this back, this minor level, push forward above this low again, consolidate a little bit around there, and then take off. That will be the first setup that I'm looking for. Essentially, back testing this breakdown level. As you can see, we broke down from here clearly, and we're probably going to test that right now, and then a nice sell, continue to consolidate, and that will be a good setup there. That's one setup. The next setup I'm looking for is potentially a back test here, and whatever happens there, I'm not concerned. And then I want to see a failed breakdown of this low right here that's happening right now. So what that could look like, is ideally I would love to see, for example, it tag here and then come back up. And now by now, you know, I would want to see consolidation ideally, whether it's above or below, and then take off. And you'd enter somewhere around here. If this candle is strong, you can take the chance to enter right after that candle, but ideally you'd want to see some type of pullback and take off. Sometimes you might see something like this, and then if it goes straight through, you could still enter, because usually when it's a strong candle like that, the entry is correct and it'll trigger. But even if it does that, you probably would like to wait for some type of pullback. Usually when it pushes through, it'll pull back right to above the trigger, not below it, so like you won't be able to get the entry any lower, but you might be a little bit above your entry, which is fine. You can trust the setup. And those are the two main setups I'm looking for. If neither of those work, then I'll be looking for a failed breakdown of this setup over here. I'll show you 1 second. As usual, so I'll just use this low right here, because as you can see from here, we went straight shot up all the way from 1005 to 1145. So what? That's almost 140 points. So if we can dip below this level, tag a confluence minor level below, and push back up, I'd be looking to go long for a back test of this area and possibly more. So let's see what we get. Right now we're pushing towards this back test right here. Let's see if we get that, and then we'll go from there.